Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Robert Weichelt here. I am a member of NADP, and with me today is our very own president, Mark Paniccia. That's a Paisan name. I love it.
Thanks, Robert. Yep.
So, Mark, let's just jump right into it. Tell us a little bit of your background.
Well, I've been in and around real estate portfolios almost my entire career. I started life as a realtor in Fairfield County, Connecticut, and quickly moved into corporate relocation back when that was a thing with Merrill Lynch and then Prudential. And then my first tour of duty in REO was with a company called Prudential Asset Recovery in the late 90s. And we had some big clients. We had Freddie before they opened Home Steps. When that wound down, I moved to Richmond, Virginia, and went to work on the origination side in commercial. We were doing off-balance sheet finance for large publicly traded home builders. We do sale and lease back of their model homes. We did lot option financing. And that worked really well right up until the day it stopped working in 2007 when everything seized up. And from there, I went up to Canada, worked the capital markets desk, liquidating subprime and alt-A Canadian paper up there during the meltdown. And then I landed a job at my second tour of duty in REO at what was then SunTrust Mortgage. And we moved about $1 billion in real estate every year from 2009 to 2013, when they made the strategic decision to sell all their 90-day plus late mortgages to the Bayviews of the world and the Altisources. So at that point, I started back in commercial origination and opened my own small friends and family fix and flip fund, which is now grown up to 24 states. And we're probably active in about 7 or 8. But those two things keep me very busy, as well as my animal rescue work on the side.
Wow, you've got a diverse background there. That's great. And I love how you said tour of duty. You know, and that's what it is. It's a unique market, the default industry in a whole. It's a different animal. So tell us a little bit about that. Let's segue into your current role as president of NADP.
Well, this is my second term. They're 1-year terms, so I'm in my second year as president. And really, we have an amazing board of directors that support every aspect of this organization. You know, NADP is completely donor and volunteer driven. And so we're never going to be any better than the members who pitch in. And right now we've got some great ones. So, my job is to just sort of know what's going on. I have my own initiatives that I'm working on this year, but we're going to put on 7 or 8 webinars. We're going to have 2 regional dinners, a summit, an annual meeting. We're starting our advocacy group to do more to get our members' voices heard in the right legislative sessions. There's just a lot going on. Plus our foundation, which raises money for members and their families and their friends' families for college scholarships.
You know, that's amazing. We do a lot of great things that formerly known as REOMAC, now NADP. Let's touch just a little bit about everybody. A lot of agents know it as REOMAC. And then we've recently transitioned to NADP. You want to expand a little bit on that?
Sure. So, we had grown beyond REO a long time ago, and so had the market. And it was time for us to make our offerings what we'd always been doing: short sale, loss mitigation. We've always been teaching on that, but we had kept the name. And so really, this was just an update to better match what we've been doing for years.
Yeah,
because
well, you know what it's. Yeah,
go ahead.
But I was just saying it's just a great organization. I've been attending the events, the live events, the webinars, and just it's like it's a family, and it's just really nice to see everybody getting back out there and rubbing elbows and talking to the folks. And what's the message that we have? I know our slogan is knowledge and excellence through education. What's the message that we want to say to our current members?
Well, for our current members, I would say there's always something new to learn. We know this cycle isn't going to be like the last one. And it never hurts, in addition to getting the education, is to network with the servicers that do some of the education. There's opportunities to volunteer with them and get to know them sort of in a different role. And you might learn something about where their pain points are and how you can help. For the servicers, I still think they have an interest in having a vendor network that is better than anybody else's. And for that, there's really no choice. I think NADP is the premier educational and certainly the only nonprofit in this space that focuses exclusively on education for the default services industry.
You know, I agree with you. We've got a lot of stuff going on. Let's talk to the agents that are thinking of maybe jumping on and learning more about membership. What do we want to say to those agents?
Well, if you want to get a look at us, attend a webinar or two. We're constantly doing market updates to give our members and others a look ahead at where markets might be going. We've also create events for non-members can attend. I think the message there is just give it a try. The way we price for members is that if you attend most of the things we offer during the year, your dues are paid for because we do give members a discount. So I think you're going to get more than you give. And especially if you decide to volunteer on a committee and pitch in, it's like anything else in sales. You get out what you put in.
Absolutely. You know what? We've touched a lot of great things, and I'm currently on a few committees myself, and I just love giving my time to this great cause. So what's our message? What do we want to close with? In closing, what do we want to say to the folks watching?
Well, I suppose I would tell everyone watching that we continue to evolve. We continue to freshen our offerings and make sure that we're at the cutting edge of what people need to know to be successful in this industry. We're constantly looking for talent to come in and teach in all different walks of life in this business, from appraisal to title to probate to default services, property preservation, you name it. And I think for the most part, I would tell people, look, jump in, give it a try, get involved. And, even if you think you know everything, that's great. Maybe you're at the point in your career where you'd like to give back to the industry that's done so much for you. And we have a role for you to play if that's the case, just volunteering on a committee as you do, Robert, chairing a committee, or even board service.
Well, you know what? It's a pleasure to serve, and the family at NADP is just top notch. So Mark, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your dedication to this industry. And I just appreciate your time today. Thank you so much for being my guest, and we'll talk soon, my friend.
Thanks very much, Robert. Appreciate you.